So what's your Vedic Big Three? Yeah, so you guys have probably heard this kind of phrase like, what's your big three? In Western astrology, your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Okay, so what is your Vedic Big Three? I would like to propose what that is. Number one, Atma Karaka. That's your soul planet. Atma, soul or self. Karaka means maker. So the planet that makes your soul and yourself what it is. And it's one of the classic 7 planets. And well, I'm not going to go into exactly how to calculate it here because it would take too long. Okay, so you got your number 1 is your Atma Karaka. Number 2 is the sign the Atma Karaka falls in the Navamsha chart. So that's your Swamsha or Svamsha, the Sva, self, Amsha, the division that it falls in. So that's like literally your soul sign. Much more important than your rising sign, your sun sign, or your moon sign, believe it or not. And it's what you're gonna like come to more and more as you live your life, and you predict a lot of career stuff and your dharma based on that. And then Atma Karaka, Swamsha, and then you've got your moon nakshatra. Can't forget about that. We've literally got an entire other zodiac of 27 moon signs. And that's incredibly vast, and you can really reach like the deepest levels of the client's psyche and even like their pathology and their disease issues, and also their greatest strengths and things that they just naturally, their greater creative abilities and the nature of their mind. So many things you can learn from the moon nakshatra that you just don't get in Western. And then, so yeah, those are the big 3: Atma Karaka, Swamsha, moon nakshatra. Then I would add bonuses. I would add the pada. It's the foot of the chart, like where you step at the end of your life. So the pada is again this thing that will predict like if you're going to end up being married at the end of your life, if you're going to be wealthy and successful, if you're going to like have kids, all the nature of your wife and your spouse, all these things you can actually predict very, very accurately from learning about the pada, which you don't have in Western. And then the Ketu sign, Ketu and Rahu in general, all the knowledge we have of that, it reveals your past life karma and all these things. And some Western astrology schools like evolutionary astrology and other schools try to act like they were the first to come up with this idea of like past lives and reincarnation and using astrology to read that. But no, that's what India's been doing the whole time. And even the Greeks did that. So that's an old tradition. And your Ketu sign reveals your past life karmas, and your Rahu's where you need to go in this life. So all that you just really don't get from Western, or you don't get it interpreted in the proper way. That's why I do Vedic. If you want to study, check out my Patreon or send me a message.